My name is Peter Schwartz. I'm a former chair of the board of the Ayn Rand Institute and currently a distinguished fellow there. I'm the author of the book In Defense of Selfishness, Why the Code of Self-Sacrifice is Unjust and Destructive. Now, the quote I chose from Ayn Rand is from The Virtue of Selfishness, chapter 7. There can be no compromise on basic principles or on fundamental issues. What would you regard as a compromise between life and death, or between truth and falsehood, or between reason and irrationality, ... The next time you are tempted to ask, doesn't life require compromise? Translate that question into its actual meaning. Doesn't life require the surrender of that which is true and good to that which is false and evil? The answer is that precisely is what life forbids. And continuing ... from chapter 9, morality is a code of black and white. When and if men attempt to compromise, it is obvious which side will necessarily lose and which will necessarily profit. Why is this particularly meaningful to me? Well, in a culture where I was taught, along with everyone else, that nothing is entirely black or white, that everything is just different shade of gray, and that compromise is the only path to practical success, this idea was galvanizing to me. It meant that if you knew something was right, stick by it. If it's a matter of principle, whether it's a political principle or a moral principle or a philosophic principle, if others disagree with you, don't try to water down your views. Don't try to find some middle ground. Don't compromise your convictions. Stand by them. Now, this injunction to reject compromise is really a corollary of the positive injunction of practice the virtue of integrity. Be true to your ideas, be true to yourself. Now, this was a very different perspective from the prevailing view that any unwavering commitment to an idea, regardless of the nature of that idea, was bad, it was dangerous, it was, quote, extremist. Ayn Rand showed me the practicality of going by principles. She showed me the importance of looking at crucial issues in terms of black and white, and of understanding the most relevant truth, the widest truth in any issue, and of standing by it, which is really all that the virtue of integrity amounts to. Abide by principles.